Hello, my name is Mr. Gorgonis, and today I'm going to show you how to use the scroll saw in a safe manner. Before I begin my safety instruction, I'm going to give you a brief overview of how the machine operates. First and foremost, this is called a table, and your material rests on the table. Located here is a blade that reciprocates up and down. The way the machine operates, after it is turned on and comes up to full speed, the material is fed into the machine, and the blade will cut up and down and cut through the material. The start-stop switch is located beneath the machine. To turn the machine on, you push it up in the air. To turn the machine off, you push it down. To affect how quickly the blade is moving up and down, you can control the speed with this knob located right here. After the machine is turned on, the knob can be adjusted to fit the needs of the material that's being cut at the time. Now that you know how the machine operates, now I will give my safety instruction for how to use this machine in a safe manner. First and foremost, the safety rules that I go through today will always be located within eye distance of the machine. In this case, the safety rules are located on the door above the machine. The first safety rule that I have is to operate only with the instructor's permission after you have received instruction. Today you're watching a safety video. At the end of this video, you will have full instruction on how to operate this machine in a safe manner. The second rule that I have for you today is to remove jewelry, eliminate loose clothing, and confine long hair. A couple of moments ago, I removed my watch. If you have any bracelets, any rings, anything that could possibly get caught in the machine, dangling necklaces, you want to make sure that you have that removed from your body before you operate this machine. You'll also notice that I've rolled my sleeves up today. You want to make sure that any clothing that might be baggy, any excessive clothing like a jacket or maybe a hoodie with drawstrings or hanging out, anything that's excessive, you want to make sure either you zip your jacket up, you remove your jacket, or if you have drawstrings, you want to make sure you tuck those in. Anything that's excessive, though, you don't want to have around any machines that are moving because that excessive clothing can get caught in the machines. Lastly, confine long hair. What that means is if you have hair that's below your shoulder, both males and females, you need to make sure you have that tied back with a hair tie. Rule number 3, make sure all guards are in place and operating correctly. This piece of clear plastic is the guard. The guard should always be in a down position when using this machine. The guard protects your hand from hitting the blade when the blade is moving up and down. The guard is see-through, so you can easily see your material while you are cutting with this tool. Rule number 4, always wear eye protection. You always want to protect your eyes anytime you're in the lab environment with machines running. Number 5, guide the work slowly. Do not force the work into the blade. What that means is for when you're guiding a piece of material, you want to let the blade do the work. You want to push at a rate that is comfortable for the blade to cut it. If you're pushing too hard, that means that the blade is most likely dull. If you're pushing too hard, get the instructor. Number 6, do not attempt to cut sharp curves. Sharp curves should be cut gradually with relief cuts. Here, I have a sharp curve that I'd like to cut. The dashing lines on this block of wood represent where I would have relief cuts. Rule number 7, only cut material that has a flat bottom. This piece of wood has a flat bottom. The table has a flat surface. You don't want to cut any materials that are round, as you can lose control as you're cutting through the material. You always want to make sure you have a flat bottom. Rule number 8, position the hold down foot so that it's pressing lightly on the material you're cutting. This right here is called the hold down foot. To adjust that, you turn this knob. Raise the hold down foot, bring it down till it just touches your material lightly, and then tighten the hold down foot. The hold down foot prevents the material from lifting up in the air while you're trying to cut it. It keeps it held in position and pressing down on the table. Rule number 9, use both hands and make sure your fingers are 3 to 4 inches away from the blade. As you can see with this piece of material, I have a cut line here in the center, and you want to make sure that your hands are 3 to 4 inches away from the blade. Both hands holding the material about 3 to 4 inches away. Rule number 10, use a push stick to guide the work if you need to guide the work within 4 inches of the blade. What that means is this. Occasionally, you have a small piece of material that is excess that will be cut off while you're doing your cut. Typically, you'd want to have your hands supporting the material. However, if your fingers are within 3 to 4 inches of the blade, that's dangerous. So we have this handy tool called a push stick. And think of this as an extension of your fingers. With the push stick, you can have your one hand guiding the work safely 3 to 4 inches away, and the other hand could be holding the push stick and in a closer distance to the blade. If the push stick gets damaged, it doesn't matter because we could always purchase another one. This keeps your fingers a safe distance away from the blade and at the same time allows you to manage the work in a safe manner. Rule number 11, when cutting, do not have your hands in line with the saw blade. Here's the cut line. You never want to have your fingers or your hands behind the cut line. You always want to make sure that your hands are to the left and the right of the cut line. Rule number 12, if the blade breaks, turn the machine off and inform the instructor. These blades cost about 25 cents, and they do break. If they break, you're not going to get in trouble. You just need to inform the instructor so that the blade can be replaced and that the next person has a fully operating machine when they go to use it. Thank you for your time, and I hope you follow all of the safety rules that I've provided you with today.